Alright guys, so as we all know, a big part of playing Akali is knowing which combo to use when. There's also special combos, extremely difficult combos, etc. that if you can master them will make you a better player. There's also small difficult things such as Eing over walls in mid lane that you have to be right on the specific spot, or hitting targets with a perfect EQ to get your passive proc to glitch out and have a max range passive without having to back up after using your spells. Well, I am happy to say that it goes a little bit deeper, and when I say a little bit, I mean this combo is so difficult to master. It might take you weeks of being in practice tool. Honestly, I don't know. I've tried using it so many times. We're not going to stop this video until we show it up once. But on top of that, we also have something else that is amazing in terms of a new Akali combo or mechanic. I was actually watching the best Akali in Korea play. He actually has a YouTube channel too, but what happened was he used a combo that actually seemed so minuscule and so minorly different than what I do, but it was perfect. It made perfect sense. You get a bit more damage. It's an added Q in the middle of your all-in combo, your one-shot combo. So today in this video, I am going to be showing you guys all the combos, all the juiciness, and all of the most important combos and mechanics to learn if you want to be a good Akali, a high-ranking Akali. Alright guys, let's talk about the rank 1 Akali Korea's combo, or the Korean one-shot combo if you will. So this is what I would do, and I would tell you guys to do this in my guide, is I would R and then E on the way out, and then follow up with whatever you feel like necessary. But there's actually a better way, and it's better for a few different reasons, but first I'm going to show you guys what the combo is. So what you want to do is actually R and then E back or forward, it doesn't matter. But instead of just running away and resetting for a few seconds, waiting for your R2 to come back up, what you actually want to do is you want to R and then EQ on the way out, adding your Q during your E. And that is going to add extra damage that has no downside. Also, I should mention, it slows them if you do it just right. It doesn't matter if you get this slow, but it's super useful, so keep that in mind. But what this does is it just adds extra damage. You can proc electrocute even faster, and there is no downside because almost all the time after you do your normal combo, this kind of combo, you'd be flying in and then using your shroud anyways to get more energy. So it's simply just doing it a little bit faster. Everything goes a little bit faster. This is a combo that is so useful, and I'm going to show his clip right now. As you can see, it's super useful in the middle of a team fight and all that stuff. So that's the first thing I wanted to get out of the way. Now let's get into the hardest one. Oh boy. Alright guys, I have been dreading making this video for over a week because this is so hard to do. I'm going to try my best to show you how to do it, and maybe I can get it off by once at the end of this video. This isn't the most practical combo, to be quite clear. There are certain uses, and you can get extremely cheesy one-shots off that you wouldn't be able to get in other situations. Pretty much like Trinomir, you can one-shot him before, you can one-shot Kale before she presses R. This is the fastest possible one-shot. So it all starts with the concept of a mechanic I discovered a while ago, and that is going to be, you know how you can auto-attack, right? Or you can go out and get your passive proc and then auto-attack? Well, there's a way to make it so you literally have an invisible passive proc. All you gotta do, quite simply, is right-click and then flash out. And that is going to proc your passive the same exact frame as your flash. Now, imagine whether it be just the items you have and the runes you have in this, or you even added something ridiculous like a Duskblade, and then there's like 10 different inputs and just things that are going to be hurting them. But you can actually go ahead and R in, get your passive proc, and then W you want to Q, and then oh my, it's gonna take a while. The point I'm trying to make is you can actually do this instant passive proc, but you can also proc electrocute, gunblade, ignite, everything and all of it within the same frame. It is quite possibly the hardest mechanic or combo to do in League of Legends. I'm going to be testing this in practice tool for a long time, But you guys are starting to get the point, right? You're pretty much just going to get that instant passive proc, but then you want to add in a bunch of different things. Moving on, guys, I want to show you another frame perfect one-shot. Sometimes I do this combo, it just has to line up perfectly in certain games, and you'll understand in a second what I mean by that. But there's a certain combo in which it actually is quite simple, but a lot of people don't seem to understand how to do it. So it's as simple as this, like you engage in a team fight, right? You got your R2 ready to go, and then all you essentially do is, well, I guess that's kind of, I'll have to slow it down. Alright guys, now I want to go into the practical high-level mechanics you need to learn if you want to be a good Akali player. There are certain things you just have to do to get edges in team fights or just in the game in general, such as the perfect E over the wall. Take the magic mushroom is what I always say. It's because, you know, you literally run right into the mushroom and then you press E. That's one. You got your freaking perfect spot on this E. I know it's gonna be it's gonna take a lot of practice to get used to do, but you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna fail in your game sometimes, but trust me when I say it's necessary. It's absolutely necessary, and there's just no other way around it. You're gonna have to go to practice tool. You're gonna have to learn it. Alright guys, so because in the Ultimate Akali guide I say to take Conqueror, but I am currently using Electrocute, I want to tell you guys in this video and explain why. I'm sure you can kind of imagine why since I'm showing first bloods in the video, but that is essentially the reason. I am getting kills much quicker with Electrocute versus Conqueror, just non-stop kills in lane, which gets you more fed. You snowball way harder than with Conqueror, and Akali plays like an assassin anyways, where you proc your Electrocute and then you hide in Shroud. Conqueror is a bit more bruiser-like, a bit more fighter build, and I want to show you guys the runes I'm using so you can copy them if you want. I will say in terms of Conqueror versus Electrocute, if you're comfortable with Conqueror, it's about a 50-50 on which one is better. Electrocute has its benefits, and it fits my playstyle better of hiding and then waiting to jump in one shot and just getting earlier kills in lane in general. So that's what I choose, but either way, the rune page will be up on the screen so you can copy me if you want. The next thing I want to do is go over some high-level team fights, mechanics, or combos that have happened before in my gameplays and just break down exactly what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and why. You guys seem to really like that from the Ultimate Akali guide when we started off with that, so we're going to be doing it again for this video. Alright guys, so for this clip, I want to show you how I was able to get a pentakill where I feel like a lot of other Akali players wouldn't be able to due to small errors, mechanical missteps, or something like that. So we're just going to go right into this. I am in the brush, I'm trying to one-shot someone. I didn't think it was warded, so I started to run back to mid to farm. But that's when I see the Alistar through the ward we have right there. So obviously I am going to try and snipe him. I see Caitlyn is mid, I see Mordekaiser's top, so that means that there can only be 2 people left and I'm fed enough to deal with it, run away if needed. So also on that note, when you're fed enough and you have a bunch of magic pen, you can literally do a bunch of one-shot. You can almost one-shot even a tank. So I was able to do all that damage before he even presses ult, and then at that point, Ignite just true damage. It doesn't follow any rules. Past that, I want to go ahead and use my Shroud and start kiting this set out. If you notice the theme of when I'm in Shroud, I never want to take damage without giving back at least tenfold or as much as possible. So I'm not going to pop out of my invisibility unless it's for a really good reason. Not just going to auto attack or just Q. It's going to be a max range Q and to a max range passive proc. It's like right now, we're going to auto Q and run away, go back invisible, and then, you know, once my E is back up, we're going to try and fly back. It's especially important to fly away from the Vel'Koz as well. We're going to wait. Set's shield goes away slowly but surely as, you know, the longer it lasts. There's also a Caitlyn trap. If I were to fly onto him immediately, I would have flown on top of the Caitlyn trap. So I'm going to wait for that to go away. I'm going to wait for him to run far enough away, and then I press E and finish him off. Now at this point, I go for a strike onto the Caitlyn, obviously. And what you're going to want to do here is immediately press R just to avoid all skill shots and get your R2 ready to go faster than you would normally by holding it. Because that's the most important part of your kit in the middle of doing a bunch of damage is to have that XQ ready. So we're going to go ahead and auto attack the Caitlyn, then R. And then we're going to finish her off with a passive proc. And now Vel'Koz goes into Zonia. So what you want to do is try to immediately Q R2 him within the same like millisecond, just to try and melt him as fast as possible. I do end up running into the Caitlyn trap on accident. I didn't even see it, so that was my bad. But funny enough, I press Q, Mordekaiser pulls me out of the passive proc range, so I get my passive, and then I'm able to just finish him off anyways. And now it's just, this is the fun part. I'm low health, and Mordekaiser's going under tower, but I have a Shen ult, so I need to get Shen in a position to taunt the Mordekaiser. So, yeah, we run into the tower a little bit. Once he's taunted, I throw my E out, and then I'm able to E2, Q, and proc electrocute to get the pentakill. So there's a fun clip that displays a bunch of knowing when to pop out a shroud, knowing where to position and when, based off of game sense, based off of just your champions versus their champions, where the enemies are in that specific moment. So these are things to always keep in mind when you're playing an assassin, and especially Akali. Alright guys, this one is going to be insane. We're probably going to replay it a few times, but I want to show it off. I'm actually just going to play it first so you can kind of see what's going on and try to understand. It's a little bit tricky one, I'll tell you that much. So we're starting off here waiting for my ultimate to come back up. We have a lead, we have Gunblade. You just need the ultimate to kill him. The first thing I want to mention before I even play the video is when I'm flash ulting on Victor to get the jump on him, I want to press flash ult and then have my mouse over him and press E. I don't care if I fly behind him, in front of him, whatever. He's overextended enough to the point where I don't fly behind him and hit the tower or take tower shots. So the point is flash RE all on top of him. So you can kind of see that. And then I do actually do some pseudo Korean combo, Akali combo we talked about earlier, which is funny enough, but that is going to be that. Then I fly in. But I know a few things. I know Shen's ult is up and he's actually pinging it. I know Pantheon is already rotating, and I think I can get a double kill here. So what I want to do is actually ult back. I want to try and hit the Victor with the R2. If I am here and he's to the right of me, I can still ult left because the hitbox is big enough. So I try to do that. I try to ult Victor and run back towards my side. I don't want Echo to teleport to me and be close to his tower and get away. But you can kind of see that doesn't work out. Pantheon is still in the area, so it doesn't matter. He's going to get that kill. And now, because I ulted back towards my tower, Echo is not able to jump and use his E to get towards his tower, and he's essentially just doomed. There's literally nothing they can do. And while this is a very, very fast combo, very fast team fight, a lot went into this. And yeah. Like even where you place the shroud is it's mostly about just getting the energy. As you can kind of see, you want to just press Q, get the movement speed burst, but it's not about where you place it. Sometimes it's about why you place it. You can get the movement speed bonus, you can get the energy bonus. The point is, you don't want to waste it. If I'm jumping in 1v4, I'm not doing that for a little bit of movement speed, a little bit of energy. I'm saving it, and I think that's a big problem a lot of Akali mains have is they literally just waste their shroud in the middle of a team fight. This is a skirmish and we're head, so it's not as necessary, but keep that in mind as well. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. I mainly just wanted to show off the new insane one-shot combo I discovered and the Korean one-shot Akali combo, but I felt like throwing in some stuff so we can make an updated rune and combo guide as well. Guys, 20,000 likes if you want to see a new Akali guide. Also be sure to check out my gaming channel if you want to see more Akali high elo content. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if you're going to try the combo out. It's insanely difficult, but it can be so fun. And have a good day, guys. Peace out.